Hey guys, welcome back to my Candy Love University Life. So today I'm going to be doing a story replay of episode 4 with full voice commentary. And can I say, I'm actually really surprised at how many comments I've gotten from you guys saying that you missed the commentary. For me, it's kind of like, you know when you record something, you hear your voice played back and you're just like, oh God, do I sound like that? It's a bit like that for me. I didn't think anyone actually liked listening to my voice, so I'm flattered. I'm glad you guys like it. So it was never going to go away forever. It will be in most of my upcoming videos. Unfortunately, I just couldn't do it in my first playthrough of episode 4. But anyway, so the reason I'm doing a story replay is because there are a few things that I want to change before episode 5 comes out with my playthrough. So let's just head into characters here. Okay, one of the things that I want to change. Castiel, you can see this, it's sad -5% here. I know that the highest you can get with him at the moment is only 5%, but still, like, I want that going forward because obviously I'm going to be doing playthroughs with Castiel, so we've got to get that up. I have Nathaniel set as my crush. This is my main account, so it will most probably be the account that I play through with Nathaniel, so that's why he's set as a crush there. Also, I would like to get my lover meter up with Alexi because I love him. He's my BFF. I mean, I have to get that up. And the other thing, Kim. I love Kim so much, and I just did not do a good job with her this episode. I think it was because I kept asking her about Nathaniel, and she just didn't like that for some reason. So we're going to change some of those answers and try and get that affinity up a little bit higher. But I have to be honest that the main reason I'm doing this story replay, and guys, I need that scene with Nathaniel in the bedroom. Like, it sounds so bad, but I have to get it. I didn't get it on my first playthrough, and then I saw other videos with it and was like, oh my God, how did I miss this? So, I mean, I know it's going to be super awkward and cringy when I have to read it out, but you know what? I don't care. We're doing this. I have to get it. Look at this. I've already played this episode 4 times. That's a bit sad. I should probably know it by memory now. Okay. All my other playthroughs have been single episode replays, so now we're doing a story replay. Let's go. Today my classes don't start until this afternoon. The university is pretty cool as far as my schedules go. On the other hand, I spent my whole morning sorting through all the documents I've accumulated since the beginning of the year. The teachers are seriously starting to pressure us about our master's thesis and graduation. It's beginning to make me feel a lump of stress in my stomach. I need to chill out. Fortunately, I have time to eat with Alexi and Rosa in the dining hall before class this afternoon. Which is exactly what I need. I got my bag ready and swung it over my shoulder. Why do you need to take your stuff when we have a written test this afternoon? A written test? Hold on, there's a written test? Look at my lover meter with Yelene. It's so bad. We do not like each other at all. Yep, in ancient and medieval art. I totally spaced that out. What am I going to do? I wonder. Given your reaction, I'm not sure it's really worth your coming to take the test. Might as well enjoy the afternoon. Before I got a chance to reply, she picked up her phone that had started ringing. What's the use of her remarks? She's always belittling me for such petty little things. No prob, I figured you weren't free. So, are you coming to see me this weekend as planned? I can't wait, you're going to see. What? But you promised me. I think for the sake of my AP in this episode, all right, let's just listen. I wonder who she's talking. Oh. Obviously going skiing is much more interesting. It's always the same, I swear. Despite myself, I stared at her, listening to her whole conversation. You're so nosy. Well, I guess I chose to be, but she glared at me angrily. Drop it. I'll call you later. She hung up. Don't you have a life? Obviously not. No, I mean, I was getting my stuff ready. Yeah, for sure. She left, slamming the door to the room as she went. That wasn't too much AP. That's okay. But I did lose another 5% with her. I took the heavy books out of my bag and just kept some pens and a few sheets of paper for the test. Still, if I can review some of my notes before class, it'll be better than nothing. I put the books back in my bag right away. I even added a few more, given how I'm incapable of remembering anything from the class. I really and truly didn't listen to a thing. Well, you know what, Candy? You just gotta blame yourself. It's no one else's fault but yourself. Maybe I can ask Shani for help. I'm going to send her a text on my way. In the meantime, I'm going to head out to meet up with Rosa and Alexi. Alright, let's go. I started writing a message to Shani. Shan, do we really have a medieval art test? Or was Yelene just lying? It's the first one of the year. I'm not the least bit ready. I felt a little lump of stress building up in my stomach. I sent another message. Tell me it's a joke, please. I really should have taken this particular class more seriously. I'm going to review while I eat with Rosa and Alexi. Or so you think. Hi, it's so cool we have time to eat together today. Yeah, I need it. What's wrong? Apparently I have a test. I haven't reviewed at all. It's the first grade of the year. I get the impression it's going to be a disaster. Of course not. I'm sure you're exaggerating. You always got by in high school. You're too stressed out, that's all. I bought a little flask of whiskey left over from last night. It's just what you need at lunchtime. What? Here? Rosa, we're going to get thrown out. Relax. I was joking. Do you really think I carry around half-empty bottles to drink all day long? I feel like she wasn't even joking. She just wanted to see Candy's reaction if Candy was like, yeah, totally, let's have a drink. She would have been like, okay, pulled it out. But I don't know with Rosa these days. I have no idea. It could have been true. It probably is. Grab a tray and stop thinking about your test. Everything will be fine. And at worst, if you screw it up, you'll do better on the next one. No, Rosa, in a master's program, it counts for the final grade. Duh. Rosa grinned and handed me a tray. Now, pick your food, put it on your tray, and stop dwelling on it. Come on, you can't think on an empty stomach. She went ahead of me and started filling up my tray with a little bit of everything on a student buffet. I let her have her way. You can't really do anything else with Rosa. Once my tray was full, she went to sit in the middle of the dining hall, and I sat down across from her. Isn't Alexi coming? He should be here soon. He told me he'd meet up with us. I pulled out my huge book entitled History of Monumental Art from Ancient Times to the Middle Ages. Jesus. I opened it to one of the first pages at random and read sentences without remembering them. What in the world are you doing? You can't eat and read at the same time. You'll end up choking, Airy. Tell me your secret. I never see you studying, even though it's the year we have the most to do. I get the feeling I've celebrated being back here more than I've studied. Hey, for that matter, have you heard from Hyun since the party? No. Why? Well, I don't know. It was last week. You could have gone to work at the cafe since then. No news. Thank God we don't go to the cafe this episode because, I can't deal with Clemens. I hate her. I thought of Nath and how the evening had ended. I haven't run into Nath either. That being said, it's probably for the best. I wouldn't know how to behave around him. Hyun had a lot to drink. Sorry. Maybe. I plunged back into my notes, trying to read as much as possible at the same time. I got the impression he wasn't used to drinking. Maybe he overdid it because he was stressed out. Stressed out? Why? I think he has his eye on me. Yep. Unfortunately. No, you don't say. Hard not to have noticed. But that's not necessarily the reason why he drank. Oh yes it is. I think he needed a magic potion to give him a boost. Before you got there, he kept asking me where you were. I thought it was kind of cute. Still, not much happened at the party. What were you expecting? He's a gentleman. Don't underestimate him if you want my opinion. Hmm. Come on. Everything you have on your tray is going to get cold. Eat up. Yes, mother. But EAT. She grabbed my book and closed it with a thud before shoving it into her bag. Rosa, I'm not kidding. I have a test afterwards, and I really have to get a decent grade. And if you don't eat, you'll faint during the test. That's not any better. I gave her a mean look, stabbed as many noodles as possible with my fork, and slipped them all into my mouth. There, does that make you Thew happy? Thew the happy? Very. How elegant. At least some people have an appetite. Alex Fee. Please, swallow your noodles before spraying my clothes with pesto sauce. I held back a laugh and obeyed. How are you doing? We haven't seen each other since the party. We're the ones that should be asking you. The party seemed to be going pretty well for you. Did it turn out well too? Alexi pulled out a chair to sit down next to us. Let's say it was nice. And you think we're going to be happy with just that? After all we did to organize the party, the goal of which, by the way, was especially for you to meet Morgan. Tell us more. I'm going with A. That's true. You earned a more in-depth account. Well, that's more like it. Thanks, by the way. Really. I know I wasn't really for it at first, but in the end, I'm glad it went the way it did. Oh, look at his little blush. It's so cute. Hey. See? I told you so. It doesn't mean it's going to happen again, you know. Starting now, I'm taking control of things. Promise. Alex. Well, what about this detailed story then? Well, I have a date with him for the Crowstorm concert. Awesome. That doesn't... That sounded so weird. Awesome! That doesn't tell us how your night ended, Alexi. It ended very well. We took Hyun back to his room. He was totally wasted. He fell asleep as soon as he sat down on his bed. Then Morgan and I stayed and talked in the dorm stairway. We talked until breakfast time. And, did you have breakfast together? Is that your question, Eri? No, did you kiss? When we were saying goodbye, we hugged, and he slipped his arms around my waist under my jacket. And we made a date for the Crowstorm concert next week. That's it. You should have gone for it, Alexi. He's going to hate that. Castiel's concert should be interesting. I'm stressed out enough already as it is. It's dumb. It's the first time that's ever happened. That's a good sign. It means he's not like the others and that you want to do things the right way. That's why you're stressed out. You're most likely right, Eri. But I haven't been sleeping at night. Oh, there's no reason anything should go wrong. He made a date, so it means he wanted to see you again. Rosalia, could you give me my book back? Bitch. Is that all you're eating? Yes, I'm not very hungry for lunch today. I'm kind of stressed out. It's the first test of the year and I'm not ready at all. It'll be fine, I'm sure of it. I'll give you your book back if I can swipe your chocolate brownie. Going, gone. Rosa threw herself at my brownie. Literally. Rosa, what about my book? Hold your horses, it's coming, don't worry. There are certain priorities in life. I finally got my book back. I opened it to a page at random. Eri, I just got your message. Oh, hi Shani. Tell me it's a joke and that I still have time to start listening in class. Afraid that's not the case. Great, I might as well hand in a blank sheet. Not that I want to contribute to your depression, but the test won't be on a topic from that book. What? Please no. I've been reading this thing for the past hour for nothing. Well, actually, you've been chatting for like 5 minutes, but okay. Looks that way, yes. It'll be on the work. Ancient and medieval art in the Balkans? Is that a real subject? Yeah, like when did we talk about the Balkans in class? We had a whole class about it. It's not really the subject, but he couldn't help but talk about Balkan native art? And, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, I really missed something. The test is on 9th century monumental decors. I think I liked Igor whatchamacallit better. Yeah. Yeah. She knows my feeling. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. We have a little time before the test. Meet me in the library if you want. I can help you. Seriously? Oh, thanks so much, Shani. I'll meet you there as soon as we're finished. Sure, see you in a little while then. I'm sure you're going to love it. We'll see about that. Shani left the dining hall. Okay, so back to the subject. Everyone is going to be at the concert. I was tempted to go, but now I can't wait. Oh my god, I forgot about this bit. This bit's so good. Well, actually, I'm going to the concert with Nath. What? So when did that happen? Since when have you been hanging out with Nath? I ran into him on campus and the subject came up. And just like that, poof, as if by magic, you end up going to Castiel's concert with Nathaniel. Doesn't that kind of take the cake? Looking at it that way, it may seem weird, but I don't care. Yeah, believe me, it does. So tell us, how'd that happen? Well, kind of like that, I don't know. I felt like inviting him. I read that really weird, but okay. What game are you playing, Eri? I tried to warn you, but he doesn't just have a bad reputation. There's proof that he's messed up in some really shady business. You should watch out. I know what I'm doing, Rosa. Aren't you exaggerating just slightly, as usual? I'm going to go with B. We're just worried about you, and knowing Nath, there's reason to be. I knew him too. No one changes like that to such an extent. No one. And I want to understand. He may be the one who wants you to understand. What? You're worrying for no reason, really. Or more like you're not worried enough. I prefer not answering. I won't get them to change their minds about Nath. Who cares? Whatever. In any case, we're most likely going to run into each other. It's not all that big. Not very big, no. But there will be a pretty big crowd. Sure hope I see you. That'd help me relax most likely. I've never seen you nervous like this. Usually you're pretty laid back about this kind of thing. Just tell yourself he's nervous too. Alexi? Okay, I'm gonna go with A. I know, but I can't help it. I can't eat. I can't even think anymore. Maybe I'm sick. Love sick? Yep, that's it, Alex. You must be sick. I think we definitely did the right thing organizing that party. I was puzzled at first, but turns out the famous Morgan may really be the one for Alexi. You can't even keep from smiling. I don't see what you're talking about. Haha, now I can't wait to go to the concert, just to see the two of you. Really? Just to see them? Nothing else? Not even a certain red-headed guitarist? I confess I'd enjoy that. To tell the truth, I haven't even tried to contact him to tell him I was back in town. I don't know how he's going to take it. You probably should have. Still, you hadn't talked to each other much since you split up. He'll understand. Are we really talking about Castiel? The hot-headed, cynical Castiel? Yeah, well, you may take one. He may take one or two digs at you. Maybe he won't even notice I'm there. He'll be playing on stage, and I don't especially plan on drawing any attention to myself. Maybe, yeah. I glanced at my watch. I've already been talking to you guys too long, and haven't reviewed for the test yet. I'm off to find Shani. Such a serious student. How wonderful. Yeah, right. I'm the worst. Yep, to think that Yelene is the one who told me we were having a test. I hadn't written it down anywhere. See you later. Later, Eri. With that, I took my tray back and left. Okay. Hey, hi. Oh, Hyun. It's you. I mean, how's it going? Good, yeah, fine. Recovered since the party? You're the one that should be asking about that, right? Really well, but the party was almost too short. Yes, you didn't get too bored at the party, did you? I'm gonna go with A. Yeah, I kind of overdid it that night. I don't know what got into me. That's really not my style. Don't worry about it. It was funny, really. We all drank a lot. Did we? Did we though? Well, yeah, but I drank more than everyone else, and I shouldn't have. I really regret you saw me like that. Oh, he's so embarrassed. Seriously, I promise you, nothing to be ashamed of. I had a good laugh. What you just said reassures me. Don't worry about it, really. We didn't see each other over the weekend. You didn't need any help at the cafe? To be honest, it wasn't that crowded. With the storm, the cafe was more or less empty, and Eve and I ended up going home. Clemence could easily handle it on her own. Oh, okay. That's good for you. Now that I think of it, it's the first time I've run into you on campus. Well, not counting the party. I spend a lot of time here. It's my favourite place at the university. True, it's nice for reading. Not that we do any of that, do we, Candy? I don't come for reading. It's the quiet atmosphere that I like. Between classes in the cafe, I'm always around a lot of people. Oh, so if you don't read, what do you do here? Well, nothing. He put his hand on his bag and zipped it back up. Suspicious. Nothing. You don't come to walk around and look around the shelves, I guess. I understand. It's nice to have some quiet time without having to put up with any noise. What are you hiding in your bag there? I'm going with C. Nothing. Haha, you come to the library to do nothing, and you're not hiding anything in your bag either. You sure are curious all of a sudden. I admit I am. For a bad habit, it's a nice one. So, gonna tell me what you're hiding? No, maybe someday I'll tell you, but not now. Well, okay, I won't insist, but that just makes me more curious. Eri, are you coming to review, or do you plan on calling a psychic to help you during the test? Shani, I'm coming. Actually, Hyun, this is Shani. Shani, this is Hyun. Introductions. Oh, nice to meet you. A psychic? Yep, that's Shani. She says that kind of thing pretty often. Don't talk about things when you're talking about psychics. It's risky. Okay, Shani. Are you kidding? I'm afraid she never kids about that. You're starting to know me well. So, sorry, Hyun, but I really have to review for this test. Yeah, sure. So serious. I'm impressed. Oh, please don't be. Feel free as far as the cafe goes. I'm ready and willing, even in the evening. Why? Oops, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, but seriously, Candy, why? We don't want to work there. Like, if there is ever a choice in future episodes to get Candy fired or to quit, you know I'm taking that because I hate Clements. That is no secret. Being able to save up a little money wouldn't hurt. To tell the truth, between the money spent on the party and clothes, I'm already broke. Pretty sure you don't even get paid from this job, so just shut up. Count on me. Hyun walked off, pulling the zipper on his bag a little tighter still. Suspicious. Are you ready to discover the incredible history and myths about monumental art in the Middle Ages? Oh yes, I can't wait. That's all I've been looking forward to. Thanks again for your help. I must admit, I have a hard time understanding your fascination for the subject. Go with A. I love your enthusiasm. Let's get right down to it then. I pulled the big book out of my bag and set it down on one of the library tables in front of us. So, it's not hard. We're going to start with the something. It's one of my favorites. Not surprising. Why is that? A. Oh, right. Shani told me a bunch of anecdotes, flipping through the pages of the book excitedly. She's really passionate. She wasn't joking. She managed to make me laugh and make it interesting much more easily than Mr. Labard did. After a while, Shani looked at her watch. There you go. We managed to go over all the classes since the first of the year. I don't think we forgot anything. You are incredible, Shani. I really enjoyed the stories. I don't know how you did it, but you managed to make the classes exciting. Still, all I did was repeat what Mr. Labard said. I just changed the tone of voice. His classes are awesome. You should try listening. Well, yeah, but the sound of his voice, Shani. It's like incomprehensible background noise. You must be the only one in the class who manages to understand what's going on. Obviously, you're just barely exaggerating. I put my stuff away, preoccupied. Even though Shani managed the feat of bringing me up to date for the class, I'm not sure everything sunk in so little time, and even less to the extent of being prepared to answer the test questions. Come on, let's go. Yay, so excited. Not. Good afternoon. The exams are already on your desks. It consists of basic multiple choice questions. You may turn in the test and leave the classroom as soon as you finish. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves? Mr. Labard and I obviously don't have the same way of seeing things in terms of fun. Multiple choice. That's even easier than I thought. It's going to be a piece of cake. Cake? Yes, please. Shani was already filling in the test answers in a hurry. The lecture hall was plunged in total silence. A guy next to me started sighing noisily. Sounds like I'm not the only one to be caught off guard by this test. He got up to go hand Mr. Labard his blank test. Everyone looked up a second to see the teacher's reaction, but he didn't say a thing. He just wrote a 0 on it and gave the student a stern look and handed back his test. The guy headed straight out the door. I swallowed hard. I'm going to have to do better than that. I can't start the year like that. I looked over my test. There were more than 100 questions. Hang on, if it was multiple choice, how did he hand in a blank test? Does it just mean he didn't choose like A, B, C? Because it's not that hard. You're going to get at least some of them right. Anyway, sorry. I read the first question. What important person promoted the development of the arts in the Middle Ages? All right, I know this one is Charlemagne because I chose something else during the first playthrough and Shani corrected me. So at least my crash course served a purpose. Okay. Shh, quiet please, and good luck to you all. Shani winked at me and gave me a thumbs up as a sign of support. As you will see, it's a very simple test that also reviews basic topics. It wasn't announced, but it makes things a little easier for you, so there's no reason to panic. He's got to be joking. That puts even more pressure on me. If I screw up, that means I'm incapable of answering even a basic test. That's 10 times more stressful. At least 10 times. I took a deep breath and read the next question. What is a sacred book studied by many art historians for its sumptuous ornamental patterns? I don't know. I usually just choose like anyone at random. Let's just go there. I'm really not sure. I feel totally stupid confronted with this test. I get the impression it's the first time I have ever heard about any of this. I looked at the other questions. They were all the same style. It's over from now on. I'm listening to Mr. Labard's darn classes. I watched Shani inconspicuously. She was checking off the answers without stopping, her nose just inches from her paper. I read the third question. Which major artistic current grew under the reign of Charlemagne? Now, I know this one is A, and I know that because I googled it. I kept answering the other questions without much self-confidence. Shani went and handed in her paper after half an hour. I watched her leave the auditorium with a smile. Still, I filled in the test as best I could, searching my memory of previous courses. A few answers came back to me very clearly, and others remained blurry. The bell rang and I followed the crowd of students to Mr. Labard's desk to hand in my test. So, what about the test? I saw you sweating over it. Did you manage okay? Honestly, I haven't the slightest idea. We'll just have to wait and see. I had the best teacher around to help me review. Obviously, I aced it. I think I totally screwed it up. I'm going to go with B. Because I want to get my love-o-meter with Shani up as well. Because I love her. Yeah, well, it was a last-minute review just before the test. But I'm glad if I managed to help you. We'll see. He'll most likely give it back to us next time. In any case, I did what I could to put all the odds in your favour. Yeah, thanks again, Shani. No, I'm not talking about that. I put all the odds in your favour. Yeah. Oh, what are you talking about? Look in your zipper bag. Curious, I rummaged through my things without knowing what I was looking for. I ended up finding a very smooth little green stone. What? It's aventurine, or is more common name, its more common name, lucky stone. Never heard of it. I hope it worked for you. I slipped it into your bag while we were reviewing. That is so adorable. I love her. Well, thanks. Here, I'll give it back. No, keep it. It's my gift to you. My mother loves little objects like that, and I'm entitled to my own bag of little magical stones every 2 months. So you can keep it. Seriously? Thanks, Shani. I need it. Haha, I didn't realize I was dealing with a real witch. I've never heard of it. I have a hard time believing in that kind of superstition, but hey, why not? At least it's different. A witch. That fits me so well. If only you knew how right you are. She looks all serious suddenly. Actually, I know very few people who use it. Maybe they're afraid of the consequences there might be. There are stones you really mustn't have on you during a wedding or a birth. You mean there are stones that are likely to cause a divorce or an illness? Or death? What? Are you serious? Nervous laugh. I'm dead serious. I rolled the little green stone between my fingers as I looked at it. In any case, it's very pretty. Thanks again for the present. You're welcome, and remember, the day the stone breaks, you'll have used up all its powers. It won't have anything left to give you. I'll try to remember. Shani has strange ideas sometimes. I'm out of here. Have a good day, Eri. See you later. Right. See ya. I'm going to rest a little in my room and check my old notes. Oh, God, okay, just go to your room. This test put pressure on me. I have to concentrate a little more on my classes and a little less on being back in touch with Rosa and the others again. This is my last year. I'm not going to screw it up so close to the goal. Well, yes, I can't wait. I plan on going to the after party with them. I bet it's going to be an even bigger deal than the concert. Yelene is with another girl and they're walking towards the restrooms. To think we still have 2 days of waiting left. They went into the restrooms. Should I follow? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow. Well, because, I'm not trying to get Castiel's illustration in this playthrough because I'm not going to get it because I'm going to the concert with Nathaniel. So why not? Why can't I spy on my roommate? After all, there's nothing keeping me from going to the restroom too, right away. Now. Alright, just go. I watched the door close. I walked slower so it wouldn't look like I was in too big of a hurry, and I slipped into the restroom. Yelene's friend is already in one of the stalls. Yelene didn't hear me coming after them. She opened the door and went into the stall next to her friends, and they kept on talking. I asked him on Instagram, and there will definitely be a new song. He answered you? I was pretending to redo my makeup in front of the mirror so I wouldn't get caught snooping by another student. Yep, look, I saw Yelene's hand pass over the partition to give her phone to her friend. Oh yeah, they posted they were going to premiere the new song at the concert. I thought he had answered you personally. I saw the phone change hands again. Yeah, same diff. I commented and they gave my comment a like. She's so delusional. I heard a flushing sound. I closed my lipstick fast, practically dropping the cap, and headed out. Just as I was reaching out to push on the exit door, a group of girls made their entrance. I ended up getting shoved and had to let them come in before trying to go out. Eri? Better to pretend I didn't heard anything. Get out of there. That may work considering the noise in the place all of a sudden. Yelene? I'm totally going with that. What are you doing here? This is a restroom, Yelene. I'm doing the same thing as everyone else. Yeah, but you're on your way out. And there wasn't anyone in here when I came in. Are you following me or what? Dream on. I came in to wash my hands. I'm leaving. Why would I follow you? Hey, no, I don't try to make Yelene hate me. It just happens. The friend who was with her was standing behind her, her arms folded. She didn't say a thing and just looks me over from head to toe. You came to wash your hands, quiet as a mouse. I didn't hear anyone come or any water running or any footsteps, and it was just the two of us. You should revise your strategy. You're delusional, Sherlock. I'm telling you, you're dreaming. Sure I am. Whatevs. If you have any questions, you can just ask me, I'll be glad to answer them, especially if they're about Castile. You're such a dickhead. I really got caught big time. Oh, because you were talking about Castile? Better to keep playing innocent. Confessing now would mean losing face forever and ever. Nothing that's any of your business. I'm just asking you to stop snooping like a kid in the future. Behave like an adult. I'm sorry, I can't. She's saying that to me? I must be dreaming. I was so dumbstruck, I didn't know what to say back. She turned to face the girl who was with her. Come on, let's get out of here. I let her go, and I found myself in the restrooms like an idiot. It didn't take me long to realize that I hadn't heard a peep out of all the other girls putting on their makeup. I scanned the restroom, and they all got back to tackling their makeup again like nothing ever happened. Phew. Phew what? I need some fresh air. I headed out the exit fast. Because of all that, I forgot about my initial goal, study. Come on, Aries, stop getting so easily distracted like that. Where am I going? Go back to your room. Okay, now let's get serious. Showtime. I got out all my folders, my loose leaf papers, my notebooks, my document organizer, and my illegible rough drafts. Jesus. Here comes a big sorting session. As my mother used to say, it's a small step in the housework and a leap in resourcefulness. Mum always liked ready-made sayings. I think of my parents all of a sudden. I haven't talked to them since I got the package. I rummaged under my covers and found Drooler, the little llama I had buried under the sheets, hoping no one would find it by accident. He and I looked at each other a second. Ha! Wait, was that supposed to be like that? I don't know. Ha! Huh? My cell phone vibrated all of a sudden in my pocket. It's a text from my mother. I miss you all of a sudden. I know you're an accomplished grown-up and I don't have the right to emotional tirades, but I can't wait to see you during the vacation. Vacation, huh? Signed, Muma. That's what you called me when you were 5. I think that my mum had a hard time getting used to things after I left home. I let out a sigh, and I turned to face my desk. And there I go again, getting distracted. Come on, concentrate. I started picking up all the papers without reading them, trying to determine in what order it was best to sort them. By date, by topic. My phone vibrated again. It's Alexi. Girls, need to talk, seriously. Urgent, meeting at the park. I wonder what's so important considering we saw each other barely a few hours ago. I looked at the stack of papers on my desk. I get the impression so far I've messed everything up more than I've straightened anything. I'll deal with it tomorrow. I sent a quick text to Alex telling him I was on my way immediately, and I took off. I can't believe it. I can't even keep the promises I make to myself. I promised myself I'd study this afternoon. Darn. Darn it all. Well, anyway, friends before grades. That may not be the wisest proverb. Anyway. I can already see Alexi, alone, leaning up against a tree in the distance. As I got closer to Alexi, I realized he was frowning. Hey, Alex. He didn't even bother answering me. Getting a closer look, I see he's pulling whole clumps of grass out in a pretty bad-tempered way. Alex, at that rate, the park will be totally bare an hour from now. He let go of what he was holding and wrapped his arms around his knees. Oh, Alex, what's wrong? We saw each other barely 3 hours ago and everything was fine. What changed since then? Well, nothing's changed. I was already like this then. He practically screamed his answer at me. You asked us to come immediately and I'm here, so explain instead of getting annoyed. Oh, really? I didn't notice. What's wrong? Alex, I've rarely seen you in such a state. What's wrong? Ay, get that affinity up. Sorry, but I'm going to blow up if I talk about it. I don't get it. What's wrong? What's wrong? You want to know what's wrong? Yes! I think I must have asked that question 2 or 3 times already. What's wrong is Morgan. That's what's wrong. What's wrong is Morgan? My love, I mean, I didn't even go up with that other answer. What was I talking about? Yeah, what's wrong is Morgan. I'm overdoing a laid-back attitude going to campus when I'm actually totally stressed out about this whole concert thing. Oh, that's so cute. No, I chose that the first time and that was bad. That was bad. It's just a little date. You're going to totally manage. No worries about that. I don't think you get it. His voice got softer all of a sudden. I can't sleep. I can't eat anymore. I think about it day and night. I keep dwelling on the images of the party in your room, and I'm anxious about the concert, imagining all kinds of scenarios, possible and unimaginable ones. Oh, Alex, you're so cute. I have a knot in my stomach that won't go away. As soon as I see him in the distance, I feel like I have a lump in my throat. I don't know what's wrong with me. But this whole thing is going to drive me crazy. Maybe it'd be Maybe it'd be better to cancel. Cancel? Are you crazy? No, but I've never put so much pressure on myself. It's off to a bad start. No, it isn't, Alexi. Have you ever fallen in love at first sight? Fallen in, I think just the opposite. It's off to a very good start. You should do anything but cancel, believe me. There are people who try to feel like that their whole life and who will never be so lucky. You have it. It's in you. Especially don't let the opportunity slip away. Right away, he seemed deep in thought. I'm so wise, oh my god. Best advice. Why isn't Rosa here, by the way? You outdid me giving relationship advice. I didn't need to interrupt. Rosa just came out of her hiding place behind a tree. So creepy. Oh, my sweet Alex, don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. I just feel like a moron. I feel incapable of saying one word after the other, just when I see him in the distance on campus. How do you expect me to handle a whole night out with him? There's only one solution for that. Girlfriends to help you in case of a problem. Relax, have a drink before you meet up with him. A nice shopping spree. So I chose this one the first time around, and apparently, I thought this was a pretty good answer, but apparently it's not. I just get yelled at. So I have to choose the most ridiculous answer, which is a shopping spree. It's not going to help much. Considering that Alexi still wears the exact same clothes to the concert. Okay, anyway, let's do it. There you go. It's all a matter of helping you get refocused on yourself. Obviously, I should have known. How about we meet up 2 hours before the concert so we have time to get ready? Perfect. That way, Alex, you'll be thinking of something else before going. And as they say, a perfect outfit means a perfect evening? Exactly. Okay. What would I do without you? You'd still be pulling clumps of glass out in the park. Did I just say clumps of glass? Oh my god. Grass out in the park. Moping about what is nevertheless bound to be the best night ever. Oh really? The best night ever? You sound pretty motivated yourself all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm happy to be going because I'm going with Nathaniel. Should I bring that up in this conversation again? Probably not. Oh jeez, she brought it up. Okay. Are you still going with Nath? Yeah. My plans haven't changed until proven otherwise. Be careful, please. Come off it, both of you. I'm a big girl. A big girl who's making dangerous choices. Well, I just like living on the wild side. You're just like my mother. I'll take that as a compliment. Your mother is really cute. I didn't mean that. I meant the exasperated look in the lecturing. In any case, thanks ladies for having rushed over too. Don't mention it. You can count on us. It's the first and last time we're doing that, I'll have you know. B. That's what I call true friends. Haha, don't worry for Alexi. Wait, don't worry, Alexi. We're here for this. Okay, I don't know. Next. Oh, sometimes this writing is just so confusing. Well, let's not go overboard. I'm not crossing town every day in these heels. It's a deal. Next time I have a problem, I'll try to remember that. It's nothing. All three of us laughed cheerfully and went on talking about just about everything for at least another hour. Well, it's starting to get cold. How about going? Yeah, for sure. Is everybody going to campus? Yep, I absolutely have to go home and study. I dropped everything on the spot to come to Alexi's rescue. Procrastinating is bad. Unless it's trading off my homework for a noble cause, right? In that case, it's possible. True. I am a noble cause. Come on, let's go. Where am I going? By the way, speaking of studying, how'd your test go? Considering how determined you were earlier in the dining hall, you must have aced it. I would have aced it better if you would let me study a little more when I had the chance. Not great. Fortunately, Shani was there. B. Without her last-minute crash course, I would have been stuck on lots more questions. And without me, you would have fainted during class on an empty stomach. True. But probably not. Not all heroes wear capes. Not all heroes wear mascara and heels every day of the year. I'm different. Haha, that's the least you can say. No, seriously, since I came back here, I get the impression I've spent more time talking about parties and organising them than studying. I'm pretty sure it was one party, but okay. It might be high time I worried about my future. I told my parents that I'd be a model student. Because you thought you could play the studious little schoolgirl? All the while knowing we'd... Oh my god, what is wrong with me today? All the while Give me a break. skip that. We weren't about to let you move back without celebrating, that's for sure. Yeah, but... Anyway, we know perfectly well that you'll be a big expert and you'll run your own art gallery. Your future's all planned out, so enjoy. I wish I was as sure as you are. Come on, let's do the concert and afterwards we'll let you study. Promise. I have a doubt about your ability to keep that promise, Alexi. To tell the truth, I'd much rather increase the number of parties a week, but I'm trying to show some discipline. Yep. Careful what you ask for. Your wishes might come true. You are the devil. As Oscar used to say, the only way to resist temptation is to give in. Precisely. Stop tempting me. You should encourage me to resist instead. What you're asking him is impossible. Here we go. I'm wasting even more time than I thought I would. As for me, I'm leaving you here. I'm going to meet up with Lee. Keep me posted, my little darlings. My little darlings? Yeah, so have a nice evening. And don't kill yourself studying, Eri. Promise. See you, Rosa. Night has fallen now, and I'm seriously starting to get cold. You look frozen. Come on, let's hurry back. Go on home fast and study. Some serious advice at last. Take advantage of it. You won't get any very often. Have a nice evening. See you tomorrow. You too. Bye. When I was about to turn the doorknob to my room, my cell phone started vibrating. A message from Mum. So that's how it is now. You ignore your old mother's messages and you don't tell her anything anymore. Okay, fine. I get it. You can tell your new boyfriend that he's not going to make a good impression on me by monopolizing my daughter's time. I couldn't hold back my laughter in the hallway. I have to answer her, otherwise she'll end up showing up on campus. Hey Ma, sorry, I was studying. All's well. I'm not ignoring you. You aren't old, and I do not have a boyfriend. How are things with you? I miss you. Hugs and kisses. There, that's done. That's done and out of the way. Hi. Sometimes I forget Yolene's going to be here when I get back to the room. Me too. Yeah, hi. I saw her give a dirty look at my desk, where the papers were stacked up in a big mess, and the little stuffed llama reigning proudly in the middle of them all. I felt my cheeks blushing. I practically threw myself at the desk, acting like I was kind of putting everything away in one binder or another, and shoving Drooler inconspicuously towards my bed. I hope she's going to keep from making some kind of handle about Drooler. Wait. Some kind of comment about Drooler, I might fly off the handle. I don't know how that happened, but okay. After at least half an hour of sorting, my desk was finally more or less acceptable. By the way, I looked up, surprised to hear a voice since it's been at least half an hour that Yelene was stretched out on her bed, headphones on her ears, ignoring what I was up to in the room. Pretty sure she's just like obsessed with Castile and just like listens to him all the time. I got the impression that by the way slipped out of her thoughts without her meaning for it to. She was biting the inside of her cheek and rolling her eyes. What, Yelene? What do you want? For Alexi and Morgan, how'd it turn out? I don't know. I don't feel like telling her about Alexi's life. After all, he's my buddy. It's none of her business. Why do you care? Oh, you noticed what was up. Okay, I'm going to attempt to be a little bit nicer, so. See. Hard not to notice. I couldn't keep from smiling. It's the first time Yelene has laughed when it's just the two of us. Yeah, true. Being discreet isn't exactly Alexi's strong point. Well, really, we were all a little wasted, so it's understandable. But I thought they were a good match. I agree. I smiled at her. We're capable of talking like two normal human beings. Who would have thought? She turned her head to lay her head on the pillow and put her headphones back on. Would it be possible to imagine a friendly relationship with Yelene? Maybe we just got off to a bad start. I thought back on the scene with Shani in the hallway. That undeserved meanness, as if we were teenagers again. How come she can have such a rotten behavior with some people? I really have a hard time figuring the girl out. I finally managed to open a binder and start reading my notes. I'm motivated. I'm at least going to manage to reread all the subjects since the beginning of the year. I started tackling my goal. After having finished rereading my notes on ancient and medieval art, my chin on my hand, my eyes half open, my goal seemed much harder to reach. I looked at the time on my phone. 11:42. And I just got a text from Shani. Stop fretting over your classes. I can hear you dwelling on them and studying all the way from my room. The test is over. Whatever happens, it's done. Night-night. I order you to go to sleep. The girl is a mind reader and scary too. That was pretty much what I texted back. I also added a "you're totally wild" for good measure. I got an answer right away. I know. I'm going to get undressed to go to bed. She is right. I just need to make a few good resolutions starting tomorrow. There's no sense putting pressure on myself and trying to do everything tonight. As I lay down on the bed, I glanced over at Yelene. She was already sleeping, her headphones still over her ears. I'm exhausted too. Come on, lights out, as my mum used to say. I've been really homesick today. I don't know what's gotten into me. In the dark, I still picked up my llama to lay it next to me, and I dozed off within seconds. I slept a dreamless sleep until my phone rang to wake me. I got dressed in a hurry and went out. I got up on the right foot today. Shani was right. Getting some sleep was essential, and I feel capable of tackling the day. I looked at my schedule. Self-improvement class. I don't know if I'm going to go or not. Are you already thinking about skipping classes? I see the little model student who was studying before her test yesterday has really and truly vanished. How do you do that? What? Guess my thoughts all the time. Did you hide your telepathic talents from me? I was going to unveil everything all at once. That wouldn't have been any fun. And to answer your question, it's not skipping if the class is optional. That's true, but it means putting fewer odds in your favour, especially when you know you may have screwed up on the test yesterday. I thought I heard you say I had necessarily handled it, and that I was worrying for no reason. I said that, yes, but thinking positive makes positive things happen. Got to always think positive. It's funny to hear that coming from the mouth of a girl who spends her time dressed in black telling me about horror movies. You are so right. I'll try to remind myself. Hey. Not that I want to fuel cliches, but... No, you're right. I'm the one playing on cliches. That's what helps people figure things out. They're reassured to see that I look like the idea they have of a goth. So you don't mind? I mean, the remarks you get, the rude comments and all the rest? No, I don't care. It lets me sort through the morons and the uneducated quickly, ones who don't get a thing about the ancestral art of cynicism, and potential buddies. For example, from the moment I met you, I knew you'd belong to the last category. Me too, Shashar. Me too, Shashar. Me too. I knew, Shani. So, how about going to the self-help class? If you go, I admit I'm slightly more motivated. I won't feel so alone. Even without me, you'd be surrounded by a bunch of students who are just attending because they're dying to get a few decent grades. People like me, you mean? Right, you wouldn't have been alone. Well, you know what they say. When you miss a single person, your whole world feels deserted. Are you quoting French poets now? You worry me. Let's go to class. I just smiled. I didn't know that sentence came from a French poet. Shall we go? Sure, we have time. But at least we're sure to be seated next to each other. We started walking towards the art building. Shani pulled out a huge book that was practically falling apart and started reading as she walked. I managed to read on the binding of Shani's book. Something. something. She was still plunged in her reading when we were going down the hall. You're going to end up tripping if you keep reading as you walk, Shani. Don't worry, I'm used to it. I have no choice. I have so many books to read, I don't have enough time. The only way I could figure out is to do absolutely everything I usually do, reading as I go. Haha, whatever. Whatever. What's your huge book of spells about? Do you really want to know? Yes. No. In the end, better if I don't know. I'm expecting something eccentric, knowing you. I'm going to go with B. You're right. I get so confused by Shani. Sometimes she just looks like she's really sad when she's answering, but I don't think she is. She plunged back into her huge book right away. Hi, you're going to the self-improve class too? Hi, Priya. Yes, we thought it would be here. Yep, me too. But apparently it's been moved to the little auditorium. Oh, okay, no problem. I wonder if it's really worth me going to class today. I might be better off taking the chance to study the courses I've gotten behind him. So Priya, are you going to the self-improvement today? Aren't you awake? What is it we're doing right this minute? No, I mean, regarding what happened last time, I wasn't sure I'd run into you there. Yeah, sorry. I wanted to get on the topic of what happened last time, but maybe it's not the right time. I don't know. I feel like I usually just pick B, but I might just see what happens here. I'm not going to run off for something so minor. Sorry, maybe it's awkward to bring it back up. Especially in front of Shani. I glanced at Shani, whose face was hidden in her book. She wasn't listening, or was maybe pretending not to. In any case, I'm grateful to her for that. I have a gift for sticking my foot in my mouth. Don't worry about me. And I don't mind talking about it, otherwise I wouldn't have spoken up in front of the whole auditorium. Even if it came out more aggressively than I meant for it to. You know, if you ever want us to talk about it alone. I know, thanks. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if I'm going to the class, honestly. I might be better off taking the chance to use my time wisely to study. Up to you. Shani had looked up from her book. Here we go. You're stressing yourself out again. No, except that yesterday was a wake-up call. I don't want to end up in that situation again. And I'm starting to realize how lazy I've been since the start of the year. Forgetting a test happens, Eri. So does getting stressed out and starting your revision last minute. If I understand correctly, you screwed up a test yesterday and you're starting to flip out. There you go, exactly. Don't be so hard on yourself and think differently. Would it not be better for you to come to the optional course that will give you bonus points? No, I don't want to go. Yes, but the number of little bonus points that I'm earning is ridiculous compared to the main subjects for my major. I see. But that doesn't change the bottom line. Stop being so hard on yourself. Trust yourself. Yeah. What should I do? Ugh, no, I don't want to go. Just waste AP, and I'm not here for class. I'm here for Nathaniel. I mean, what? What? No, I'm not going. All things considered, I'm going to go to the library. If that calms you down, Eri, go for it. You're getting worked up over nothing. Don't work yourself to death. That'd be dumb. Yep, besides dying for such a decision, it'd be stupid to have to write a speech for my burial so soon after meeting each other, huh? I'm rubbing off on you. Go on, go. We'll tell you about it. Priya looked at Shiny's hand, pat my shoulder in a friendly way. Jealous. Well, I don't want to keep you any longer. Ciao. Shiny went into the auditorium. Be brave. I'm sure it's not that big a deal. Don't worry. You'll make up for it. Thanks, Priya. See you later. Don't make such a face, and don't spend your day reading all your notes like a crazy lady. That's not the solution either. She kissed me on the cheek. Go on. Run to the library. The library is deserted. I found a comfortable seat in a corner of the room, far away from the door. I settled in, spreading out the class notes I had with me. I'm comfortably settled in here. All's well. It's perfect. I delved into studying and managed to focus for at least an hour before starting to mess with my phone. I get the impression I'm reading and rereading the same things over again. It's dumb. I'd be better off listening in class and participating rather than try to catch up on everything once a disaster is over. The whole hour I was studying at the library, no one walked through the door. I'm incapable of being serious for a whole hour. What a joke. The girls will be out of class pretty soon. I'm going to meet up with them in the hall. I don't feel like staying here alone, and I get the impression I've gone over everything I had to read. I arrived just when the flow of students was coming out of class. I stood facing the auditorium door so I wouldn't miss seeing the girls. What's up? Were you waiting for us? Didn't you go cram? Yes, I did, but I wasn't super duper productive. How was the class? Awesome. Miss Pouchy wasn't there, so it was the director himself who taught the class in her place. And he's really incredible too. Oh, wait. He's really incredible. Too bad he doesn't give classes more regularly on campus. Oh, really? And where is Shani? She must have stayed with the director talking about witchcraft or who knows what. With the director? Huh? Yeah, sounded like they were passionate about some of the same things. Shani must be thrilled, considering her tastes that are so unusual. That's the word. Anyway, you really missed out on something. I don't want to rub it in, but next time, come with us. I admit I would have preferred. I don't think Shani will be out for a while. Hi! Hey, Mello. Hi. Oh, hey, Mello again. How's it going? Were you in the self-improvement class with the director too? The director is teaching classes now? Apparently. No, I didn't go. Lots of work. Oh yeah, I know what that's like. Sorry, girls, but I have to be my way. I've got another class on legal methodology, and one more on European law. Joy. All of a sudden, I'm really content with my major. I can definitely believe that. See you later. See you, Priya. I'm sure her voice isn't like that. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I scan the auditorium through the doorway. Shani seems to be in the middle of a visibly passionate conversation with a rather classy gentleman. Is that the director? Hadn't you ever seen him? No, never. He looks nice. I love redheads. It's so creepy. He's like older. I mean, like older. Not like hot teacher older, but okay, whatever. He looks nice. He is, yes. He can be really strict too. Do you know him well? Let's just say that as Mr. Zadie's assistant, I've dealt with him, yes. Oh, right, I get it. By the way, how have you been since the party? Do you mind if we go on talking outside? Yes, I do mind. Why can't we talk here? We're much more comfortable here. Plus, it's warm. Why, we haven't seen each other since the party. You doing okay? Yes, much better. Have you slowed the pace down a bit? Yeah, I took your advice. Thanks again, Eri. That's good. Keep it up. So, I'm guess you're going to the Crowstorm concert too? Oh no, I have other plans. You are definitely the only person I know who is not going to the concert. For sure, they're really popular. And so, are you going to work? No, I have something else. A date? I don't want to insist. You don't want to tell me or what? I'm going to go with A. No, I mean, I don't think so. What? Do you really have a date? I don't know. I wish it were, to tell the truth. Who is? Why don't you come to the concert? It's a fun place for a first date. I actually don't know what to choose here. Let's just go with A, huh? With someone. No, really. I'm sure I'm the one imagining things. There's nothing romantic about the date. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We'll see. In any case, I don't know where you're going on your little date, but you'll have the whole city to yourself, considering everyone will be at the concert. Haha, you're right. The sociology class is about to start. Yeah, let's go. I followed Melody to the art building. The sociology class went well, and I was determined to stay focused until the end. After a break and a quick sandwich, I went straight to the cultural heritage class. I was more motivated than ever to get things back under control, and I managed to do it today with brio. I don't know that word, but okay. The sun was starting to slowly set in the sky. The day was finally coming to an end. I came out of class rather proud of what I had achieved. So, I have the evening to myself. I'm going to use it to get rested for the concert tomorrow. Better if I'm in shape. I get the feeling the whole deal was going to end late again. Hey, my phone's vibrating. I got a text. I don't recognize the number. So, skipping class, are we? Hey? It's definitely better to ignore it. I did the who are you the first time round and I just got verbally abused. I'll look later. My cell phone vibrated again. The message was final. If you ignore my message, things won't go well. The next time that I see you, you'll owe me 10 extra push-ups. You've been warned. Kim! I answered. I would never have ignored you. How's it going? Kim snapped right back. It's not the time to talk. I'm waiting for you. You have 10 minutes to get here. True, I've only been to the gym once since the start of the school year. All the same, I was about to go to bed just now. Darn. Darn it all to heck. I don't know if I'm motivated. My cell phone vibrated again. Kim added something else. I can imagine that your phone mustn't be working, seeing as I didn't receive a right away coach from you, right? I laughed in the hallway. After all, it can't do me any harm. Besides, I'm going to see Castiel tomorrow. I want to look my best. Ooh, what in the world did I just say? As if one time at the gym were going to transform me. I hit myself on the forehead, all alone in the hallway, in reaction to my own nonsense. I sent my answer. Be right there, coach. I grab my gym clothes in the room and head out. There, I have what I need. Yep, I'm just going to leave the jacket on because I don't care. Oh, Kim's in my room. Oh, no, she's not. Okay. That's what you call 10 minutes? I promised to buy you a stopwatch for your next birthday. I came as fast as I could, coach. I see you remember the rules. Hey. I picked all the wrong answers last time, which is why I have -10 with her. But we're going to make that better now. Don't worry, I know how it goes. People are happy the first time, then lots of them never step foot in here again. That's sports, I'm used to it. I'm really sorry. You have always been honest, Eri. I prefer that over ridiculous excuses. You're here now, so that's all that matters. Yes, coach, here and ready. I've rarely seen a new recruit so motivated. So, while we're at it, do you want to sign up for the quarter? Sign up? For a whole quarter? I really don't want to. Yeah, yes, I do. I want to. Yeah, you get a card that works for 3 months. If you like it, we'll renew it for the next quarter. That way, you come when you want. But that won't keep me from sending you little motivational text messages, so you get your butt over here. Haha, thanks, Kim. Don't mention it. You get special treatment because we're buddies, obviously. So to register, I'll need your signature on this paper, and if you don't mind, please fill in the personal information form, and I picked up the 2 papers, filled everything out, and signed right away. That's done. I like determined people like that. I'll need your ID too. Right, hold on. My ID. Card, yeah, that's right. Done. Darn it all. I totally spaced that out. I have to take care of it right away. What's going on? I picked up my bag immediately. Sorry, Kim, I have to run. I forgot about losing my ID, and I totally forgot to go to the Lost and Found. I have to go. Hold on, what's this lame excuse? I swear, I'm telling you. Look at the time. I'd be surprised if the Lost and Found office were open now. You can deal with that tomorrow morning. I let my bag drop off my shoulder. So, we'll do the card next time. I know you, so that shouldn't be much of an issue. Unless an alien kidnapped me and took on my appearance. And so then, you don't know that it's not really me, and I don't have an ID to prove it. I really have to stop hanging out with Shani. Why wouldn't the alien that kidnapped you have stolen your ID at the same time? He can bring it to me no problem if he keeps you locked up in his basement. You've got a point. It's the detective stories Nath keeps lending me. They're starting to have an effect on me. Nathaniel reads Manzo books. It's so personal. Okay, back to business. All I need is a check, and everything will be in order. A check? How dare you? You can pay by card if you want to. I'm giving you a special discount. It'll be our secret. That'll be $25, please. Oh, right, of course. What was I thinking of? I pulled my credit card out of my bag on the spot. Do you know what I noticed in university life? We have to pay every single time we go through the episode. Like, this is the 5th time I've had to pay this. Whereas in high school life, I'm pretty sure it just says pay $0 if you've already paid it. Which is annoying. Thanks, B-Move. I think pretty much everything I've earned so far at the cafe just got spent. Same candy. I don't work at a cafe, it's alright. There you go. We're ready to hit the gym. Forward march. She pushed me towards the treadmills. I always say that so weird. It's my accent coming out. Let's start with a little jogging. We're going to see how you do as far as endurance goes. I got on the machine, not exactly convinced. Kim had turned up the volume of the music in the gym, and the lively beat really helped get into it. You're doing really well. Keep going. My heart's going to explode. I'm not used to this anymore. Better if I try to focus on something else. And so, Nathaniel lends you detective novels, huh? Nathaniel's not around. I'm gonna go with A. Yeah, I always see him reading. When he takes breaks between boxing sessions, he picks up a book. He's hooked. That is so cute. That's so cute. I love him. Oh my god. Which goes on to show, not everything has changed completely. He still has that passion he's been known for in high school. That got me curious, and so he's lent me a few. Why? You want me to ask him to lend you some too? No, no, not at all. I'll ask him myself, don't worry. Okay. Well, that's not bad. Let's move on to the push-ups. How about now? Can't we take a little break? Wow, we're really doing one after the other a little faster than I'd like to. B. Sorry, I'm used to coaching people a little more in shape. Take 5. Haha, nice of you. Might as well say I'm really hopeless. No, you're not. It's entirely my fault. I have to adapt. Forgive me. I caught my breath and took a gulp of water, then got down on my knees on the mat next to her. Push-ups? Are you sure? You're going to do me in. I haven't done any in ages. It'll be fine. I'm going to help you. You'll see. Kim stood over me, then leaned forward and put her hands on my waist. Come on, here we go. While I tried as best as I could to do what she was asking, she guided me through the moves. That does definitely make the feet quite a bit easier. She helps me push myself up when I'm really stuck. But it doesn't take the pain completely away either. So, do you and Nath see each other often? Are you going to the concert tomorrow night? I remember asking this and it didn't end up well. Maybe she doesn't like me talking about him. Maybe there's something going on there. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going with B. To the concert? What concert? Crowstorm? What's that? Castiel's group. No, never heard of him. I love her. I finally found the only person who has never heard of the band. That person really exists. In any case, tomorrow night I'm taking off for an obstacle race over the whole weekend, so don't count on me. Alright, too bad. Anyway, stop talking so much. It'd be better if you focused on your breathing. It's all wrong. In any case, I'm already practically out of breath, even if just to get oxygen to my brain. I rolled over onto my side. No vegetables in my gym. Ugh, just let me die. Not so fast. Let's finish the session with some stretching. Come on, so you won't be so stiff tomorrow. Kim helped me get up and we ended the workout stretching our muscles calmly. For sure, the last part of the workout is pretty soothing. There you go, finished. Awesome, thanks. It was really cool. 10 minutes of running, 3 push-ups and some stretching. I've never done such a short and an unproductive workout. Personally, I didn't think it was all that bad. You're a long way from reaching your limits. You'll see. The next workout will be better already. Yeah, we'll see if I ever come back. We didn't even do any jumping jacks, squats or burpees. It was a joke. Kim, it's all Greek to me. I'll teach you, no worries. Right, have a nice evening. Hope to see you again soon. You can count on it. Right then. With my cheeks burning, I didn't really know if I thought that or not. Come on, all I have left to do now is collapse on my bed. I feel like that we're just going to go back to the gym for one reason, and one reason only. I walked cautiously in the dark, guiding myself by the light of my phone. I don't know if Yelene is asleep. In any case, there's not the slightest noise in the room. Shining a little light on Yelene's bed, I realize it's empty. I didn't realize I was so exhausted. I'm going to jump into bed and never get up. I got my pajamas and went to take a steaming hot shower. I could have fallen asleep in the shower, it felt so good. Tomorrow, concert. I've heard so many people talking about it that it has ended up becoming the event of the century for me too. Still, it's a big deal for me. This is Castiel we're talking about. We broke up because we no longer had any time for our relationship, and the distance made things even more complicated. But dang did I love him. He was my first. That's something you don't forget. I got out of the shower after at least half an hour. I took the time to spray hot water all over the painful places, meaning approximately 98% of my body. Thanks, Kim. Is all this really necessary? You're wasting AP. Just go to bed and go to sleep. My head hit the pillow and I dozed off almost instantaneously. When my alarm rang, I got the impression that an army of jackhammers were tackling my thighs, my back, and my arms. Ouch. Shh, sorry. Yelene came back during the night. I didn't hear a thing. I sat up in my bed as best I could to pick up my phone left on the floor. The alarm was on and the message ID blinking big and red. It was really a good idea to set that alarm. It had the advantage of waking me up right away. I need to go before there are tons of people lined up in the administrative office. I threw on the first clothes I found in my closet. Yep, that'll do. And gave my face a quick look in the mirror before heading out of the room. In my rush, I slammed the door a bit hard without meaning to. Ari, for crying out loud! Sorry. Not sorry. I really didn't do it on purpose, but maybe I did. Oh, it's colder than I would have thought. Now that I think of it, I haven't the slightest idea where I'm actually supposed to go. I saw a familiar face in the courtyard. Good morning, sir. Maybe you could help me. I'm looking for... You're looking. It just so happens, so am I. Everyone has their own problems. Whoa. This Friday morning is really delightful. I need your help, please. It's really important. I didn't even tell you what I was looking for. B. Well, so do it. Tell me. I'm not going to stand here forever and ever. I'm looking for the Lost and Found office. The Lost and... Haha, that's a good one. There isn't a Lost and Found office anymore, and there hasn't been one for a long time. So, where do they put all the things found? You want to know where they put all the darn things? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you where they go. Dang it. They go to my office. So there. What? Really? So you can most likely help me? Well, of course, yada yada yada. There's no sense having 3 people in charge of the Lost and Found. Yada yada yada. They'll manage just fine all alone. Sir? This guy is insane. Like, what the hell? And meanwhile, BB doesn't have any more room in his drawers. BB ends up with a ton of lame brains in front of his doors who spend their time looking for the darn things they lost. Great. Is his name BB? BB? Something like that. Listen, sir, it's really important. It's my ID card. Oh, you're the one. You have it? Found it this morning, stuck under a locker. You're lucky I picked it up. Oh, awesome. Thanks a million. I might have almost hugged him if he hadn't been such a pain. Where'd I put that darn thing? He looked through her pockets. Wait, what? He looked through his pockets. Ah, do you have it? Yes, no. It was in my pocket, but there's a hole. It must have fallen out when I was walking. It must not have dropped far away. What? Please, no, this can't be true. Well then, you should be a little more careful with your things. And that's not normal. A pair of pants bought barely 10 years ago, already with a hole. They're going to hear from me. Quality, they said. My foot. I moved off to the side before he started taking it out on me again. Back to square one. All I can do is look for it on my own. Lucky I know where it is. I keep thinking this is so weird though, like, is this in the ladies' restroom? Because what was he doing in the ladies' restroom? There you are. At last. Gosh, what an adventure. I went through 2 whole screens. At least tonight, no worries for the concert. I have everything I need if anyone asks me my age again. Well, maybe a certain hot teacher will show up and help you out again. I feel better all of a sudden. When I started walking again, I realized I was still hurting all over. I had managed to forget the pain while I was concentrated. Too bad it doesn't last. With all that, I really wasted a lot of time. Here I am, getting up early, and now I'm left with only 10 minutes before my archaeology class. Well, I'd recognize that guy among 1,000, even from the back. Oh my god, Nathaniel. Oh my god, hi. Oh hi, I wasn't expecting to run into you. You weren't expecting to run into me? A class day in the art building where I happened to be doing my major? How strange indeed. And I was expecting you even less. But hey, apparently I'm entitled to a little surprise of this kind every day with you. This is definitely the first time I've seen you here. I'm going with B. Right, I spend my time hiding in shady places and I wait around for you to find me. I've always liked playing hide and seek. Ha ha ha, we know. We all know. We all know that. Yes, I love when people look for me, even more when they end up finding me. I didn't answer. I just smiled like an idiot and waited for him to go on to something else. You are an idiot, oh my god. But it's good we ran into each other. Tonight I'll already be at the dorm before meeting up with you, so I'll come knock on your door so we can have time to get some fresh air before going, if you're still game. You'll already be at the dorm. I really want to ask that, but I know he's going to freak out. Okay, suits me. Why are you going to be at the dorm already? Tell me. Okay, it's alright. Perfect. Well, it's the first time you've said yes without negotiating. I do that sometimes. You should keep it up. Okay. In any case, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you on the way, so it's better that I come early or that we leave together. I never know with you. It's fine. Just because it happened once doesn't mean that it'll be a constant thing. You know, last night I came home and everything was fine. Yeah, by the way, how are your stiff muscles? Are you going to manage to handle the concert? Kim told you? Of course, she and I don't hide anything from each other. Why? Have they had time to talk between last night and this morning? Well, he's been busy, hasn't he? Did they see each other last night or what? Well, okay, I'm out of here. Get to class, you're going to be late. Sure. See you tonight. I didn't have time to answer. He was already deep in the crowd of students walking in the other direction. Might as well go to class now and find a seat in the auditorium more easily. The archaeology lecture was thrilling, and I soon realised that time went by much faster when I was listening in class. At the end of class, Shani met up with me at my seat. Hey, hi. So, you didn't tell me how to go with the director. Do you want to go to the dining hall together? He's quite simply awesome. It just so happens that he was a professor at the International Metaphysical Institute. I'm practically sure he saw stuff that's classified defense. Haha, so he's perfect if I read you loud and clear. So, you have the same strange obsessions. B. Exactly, it's awesome. We're going to meet up again to talk about it. Ha ha ha. Still, you say you're the only person within miles and miles to be so passionately interested in this kind of thing. And yet, it's thrilling. I'm going to the dining hall. Want to come with me? I'd love to. I grabbed my stuff to follow Shani. She pulled out a new book that I had never seen and delved into it as we headed towards the dining hall. Have you already finished the huge dictionary you were reading yesterday? Yes. I don't know where you find the time. Wow, I've never seen such a crowd in the dining hall. A line that stretched almost all the way to the entrance was blocking our way. At the same time, it's icy cold out. I understand why everyone wants to stay where it's warm. If you want to, you can go get us seats and I'll take care of our trays. Good idea. Give me your stuff. That'll make it easier for you to carry everything. Shani handed me her little moon-shaped purse. Wow, it weighs a ton. What did you put inside? What do you put inside? Only the essentials. Fine. I'll go find a table and be waiting for you. I strode around the dining hall, and I ended up finding a little wobbly table at the back of the room. I saw a girl who seemed to be looking for a seat like me. Her eyes spotted the same table. I ran as fast as I could, cursing my stiff muscles and Shani's bag that weighed a ton, and threw myself at it, sprawling out all our stuff. The girl looked at me, and I'm practically sure I heard her say pig before walking away. Too bad, it's open warfare today, and I admit I'm really starving. I'm craving greasy stuff, and I didn't even tell Shani what I wanted. It's going to the gym that's producing this effect on me. I swept my eyes over the dining hall. I don't see Shani. Her bag is spilling out onto the table. What in the world could she have put in there that weighs so much? A notebook was poking out through the zipper. I really want to lift up the first page, just to get a quick glance. I pushed the notebook back in and zipped up the bag. I'm going to do that because Shani's my friend and I don't want to be super nosy with her stuff. It's none of my business. The longer I wait, the louder my stomach growls. After a while that seemed like forever, I saw Shani get out of the line with 2 trays that looked nice and full. Here I am. Ugh, I thought I was going to be smothered to death between a football player and a plate of sausage. That's pretty much how I imagine hell. Haha, I can definitely believe that. You took off without telling me what you wanted, so I picked at random. I hope it suits you. My tray looked like a colourful mixture of just about everything that could be on the menu. Fries, asparagus, steak, quinoa, beans, mashed potatoes, pasta, and 3 desserts. It looks really yummy. What? At least there's no shortage of choices. That's the least you can say. Shani sat down across from me, slipping her bag onto the back of her chair. I watched her do it without saying a thing. This afternoon we have class with Mr. Zadie. Ooh. I can't wait. Great, another class I like. I'm going to say A. You're really into class right now. You take part all the time. You're really hitting the books. Are you saying that to me? That's good, but don't kill yourself doing it. Promise. I'm not kidding. Burnout is a serious issue, and your body is more sensitive to possession. If you're all stressed out, I burst out laughing. I'm never going to get used to it, even though I'm expecting you to bring the topic up again. I'm still always surprised. We went on eating, making small talk. I tasted everything on my tray, and I ate a good bit of it. It's really too crowded here. Are you through? Are you ready to leave? Yes, let's go. I admit that the dining hall at rush hour is something I won't do again. Next time, we'll eat out. Yeah, sushi. Yes, love it. Are there Japanese restaurants around here? It's not like we live in the backwoods. There are Japanese restaurants everywhere. It's cold though. I know we're early, but it'd be a good idea to go on and head towards the auditorium to warm up. Don't you think? Lead the way. We headed towards the building and my phone started ringing. Hello? Eri, it's Rosa. Where are you? I'm in the quad. Something wrong? On my way. Okay, She hung up. Everything okay? I don't know. Rosa sounded pretty stressed out. Oh, she said she was on her way. Okay, I'm going on in. We can meet up in class. See you later. Shani doesn't like the idea of being in the way. I like the way she acts so discreet. I looked at my phone. I hope Rosa hurries up. I blew on my hands to warm them up. It's an emergency. Rosa, I didn't even see you coming. I was in the dining hall nearby. Alexi is still there. Surprising, I didn't see you in there. I saw you, but you were with Shani and there was such a crowd. So what's with the mysterious phone call? I'm not attending class this afternoon. Do you have something important? Oh, just modern and contemporary art class, my major, so no biggie. Oh, so it's okay. Come on, let's go get Alex. What? No, I was being ironic. It's a really important class, Rosa. You haven't even explained what's going on. Alexi wants to cancel his date. What? Why? He's having anxiety attacks. He thinks he's not meant for a relationship like this. He's afraid of stuttering and screwing everything up, so he thinks he'd be better off not going and sticking with no future short-term relationships. That extreme? I suggest we go shopping now. That way there won't be such a crowd. And we spend the first part of the evening together so we don't leave Alexi alone, driving himself crazy for no good reason. That's going to be complicated, Rosa. I got off to a bad start this year. I can't skip like that. Okay, no worries. Fine, Rosa. Forcing me to skip class. You're the best. I don't want to leave Alexi feeling like that. If you say it's important, I believe you, I guess. But only this time. It is. Come on, let's go find our gentleman in distress. Here we are. Is Eri your solution? What exactly are we talking about? Rosalia forbade me from moving, saying she'd be back with the solution to all my problems. I looked at Rosa, who motioned to me to talk to him. Is it true you don't want to go tonight? I shouldn't have said anything and cancelled at the last minute. Commitment frightens you. What? You'd rather stop before even trying because you're afraid of being abandoned if you make a commitment. She may be a bit too straightforward. I already warned you, Rosa. Don't use your psychology classes on me. No, what Rosa means is, stop questioning yourself now that you finally have what you wanted. Give it a try at least tonight. Nothing's keeping you from stopping everything afterwards. There's no reason for things to go so badly. A. Exactly. Whoa, Eri, I've never heard you use that tone. I'm using this tone because this is serious business. I'm missing classes because I agreed to go shopping and do everything to keep you from doing something stupid. Yeah. So forward march. But no ifs, ands, or buts. That's exactly what I was going to say. You've become too predictable for me. I might still surprise you. Come on, go. Treating yourself to something in a nice store. That helps you clear your head. So here we go. Seriously, Alexei, things went really well at the last party. I don't see why they wouldn't go the same way again. At the last party, you were there to talk and liven things up. Tonight, alone with him, I'll have too many chances to make a fool of myself. Okay, you've been dwelling on the same things this morning. I've reached my breaking point now, so you have no choice. Rosalia grabbed us each by the wrist and forced us to leave the dining hall. Why am I being dragged by the wrist? I didn't do anything wrong. So that you don't change your mind and run back to the auditorium. Oh, well no, I would have never. Yeah, right. She knows me well, that little rascal. She held on to us until we got through the gate. Several students watched us go by, laughing. There, starting now, I only want you to be cheery and smiley until tomorrow morning. But I didn't do anything. I've seen you with your head in a book for the past 2 days, talking of nothing but studying. So today is relax. And with a smile. Ugh, she's crazy. Smile, I said. Alexei and I looked at each other. Doesn't sound like she's joking. I tried to force an ear-to-ear smile. That's the idea. And Alex, I know you're afraid of humiliating yourself and screwing everything up, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. I want to see the slightly more self-confident, funny Alexei. Now. Alexei held his head higher and tried to smile. Oh, he's so cute. That's the idea. Forward march, now. Okay, let's go before she kills us both. We went into Lee's store. Rosa threw herself straight at all the suits and t-shirts she saw, suggesting them to Alexei. She's determined to lift his spirits. Seeing them act that way, I realized to what extent they must have gotten closer since I moved away. Not that I feel like an outsider. We got back into the swing of things fast, but they tend to meet up, call each other to eat together more often than they do with me. Am I dreaming, or are you not in the dressing room yet? I'm on my way. I started going around the store, picking out a few things here and there. Ugh, the prices are kind of high. Between the cost of signing up at the gym and the expenses from the last party, I'm going to have to be careful. We're going to get discounts, I hope, considering how you work here from time to time. It's kind of expensive for me. I don't know if... Well, obviously. Now there's the little Eri who has her head screwed on, right? Ha ha ha. In any case, I don't have a thing to wear tonight. I still need to find something all the same. By the way, isn't Lee here? No. Why's that? He went to go help Lysander on his parents' farm. Oh yeah, I see. Good. Good job. Rosalia doesn't go into the details. It must not be easy. Besides, I know she liked her in-laws a lot too. I followed Alexei and Rosa to the dressing rooms. I found some really nice outfits. Can't make up my mind. I'll make up your mind for you. We're going to go for this one. I'm good. I found what I needed. Oh, what is this? Look at this mess. Okay, fixed. I helped Rosa advise Alexei. And we didn't get out of the store until 2 hours later. Rosa pulled it off. The day has been a long series of hysterical laughing. She even treated us each to a crepe. I had one of the best afternoons since moving back here. I'm going home to get ready. In any case, we'll all see each other once inside the bar, right? It's a deal. See you later. If you can handle hanging out with Nathaniel, that is. Hey girls, I got a text from Morgan. Well, read it. What are you waiting for? But if I read it, he'll see I read it. And afterwards, Rosa clicked on the message with no further ado. There, it's open. What does it say? Alex looked at Rosa with an air of disapproval, but he resigned himself to reading the text. Want to meet in the dorm lobby at 9. In any case, can't wait to see you. Bye till later. It's so cute. Hey, you see? I told you so. You're going to have a good time, Alexi. There was definitely no reason to worry, Alex. Yep. I hope so. I'm sure so. Rosa pulled on Alexi's ear and kissed him on the cheek. That reminds me of my first date with Lee. I had an incredible stomachache and thought I was going to stutter all night. Now that's reassuring. But I did just fine in the end. Look where we are now. I feel like nothing in the world could split us up. You two are so cute with all the soulmate and love forever after business. I don't feel the least bit lonely in the world right this minute. Ooh. Wait, is that how I said it? Ooh or oh no. Okay, whatever. Both of them threw themselves at me to give me a hug. You're smothering me. Shush, it'll be fine. Ha ha ha. Alex and I both hugged Rosa before we headed back to campus. I see Alexi hovering over his phone screen as we walk. He must be reading and rereading Morgan's text. Back at the dorms, Alexi went off to the other side of his room. See you later. See you later. Oh my god, it's almost time. Okay. Oh my god, okay. When I opened the door, I ran into Elaine, who was just going out of the room. Thanks for this morning. This morning? Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't think you were there. Lots of times you're not around in the morning or at night, so I was convinced that because now I have to send you an attendance sheet and a schedule of my comings and goings. No, it's just to explain that I really didn't do it on purpose. I'm human, I'd like to remind you. I can't always be perfect. No one's talking about perfection. I'm raising the issue of respect, that's all. Oh, shut up, Elaine. Just shut up. She went out the door without even looking at me. She's so horrible. I got ready without watching the time. I tried at least a dozen different hairstyles before making up my mind. I put on some eyeliner that I had to redo 5 times before getting the result I wanted. After having applied my lipstick, I twirled the little tube between my fingers. Its nice feature is the discreet fragrance of candela wax and apricot oil. The same fragrance as my mother's makeup bag when I used to rummage through it. The day Castiel gave it to me, it reminded me of that right away. I only use it for kind of special occasions. I feel strangely calm, calmer than I would have expected. I looked at the time on my phone, 8:58. I stopped daydreaming immediately and slipped on my shoes. I put on a little more perfume and touched up my makeup. I took the opportunity to straighten up my corner of the room a little. I tend to let things go as far as that's concerned. Okay, I'm ready. 9:21! What in the world is he up to? I'm going to miss everything because of him. I tried to call Nathan on his phone. No answer. I get switched straight to his voicemail. I'm fed up! I'm leaving. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to wait for him. Still, I'm sure he said 9 p.m. So what in the world is he up to? If he's planning to stand me up, I'm going to take it very badly. I played on my phone for a while, and then I looked at the time again. 9:42? Where is he? I hear you breathing. I got up at once. He came in without knocking. Of course he did. Oh my god, what do I choose? Going with B. Really? Yeah, really? That's why I'm still here. All the same, I don't think I'm all that late. I huffed as I grabbed my purse. He looked at the time on his phone. Oh, I see what you mean. I looked the other way. My feelings really hurt. Who does he think I am? I'm not here just to wait all nice and sweet and be at his beck and call. Don't pout like that. I'm really sorry. Really? It doesn't sound like it. I am. Please forgive me. I kept looking at him without saying a thing. Come on, let's go. I'm here now. I wish you had kept your word. I'll make up for it. I can tell you're truly hurt, and that wasn't my intention. I didn't see the time go by, and I have no excuse. I promise the night out will take your mind off it. Come on. He held his hand out to invite me to leave. He held his hand out to me to invite me to leave the room. I slipped my hand in his. I walked ahead of him without holding his hand. I would really want to do that and be like, But I'm going with A. He pulled me towards him in a quick but very gentle move. Forgive me. Because you're ordering me to forgive you now? We were very close. I felt his breath on my cheek. Eri, I offer you my humble apologies. Will you accept them? No! Okay, for this time. But please, don't do it again. I thought I was going to spend the whole night sitting on my bed like a moron. Oh, well, if you'd rather, we can stay on your bed. Oh my god, okay. Calm down. I shoved him away. That's an appealing idea. I wonder what I'm going to choose. Really? He kicked the door closed without looking. So, are we staying here? Why, sure, why not? His hand went down slowly to my hips. He pressed down with his fingers on my back. Can you get that outfit off easily? His lips brushed across the tip of my nose. I wasn't expecting things to go so fast. Hey, you did this, Candy. Or you can keep it on. His hands continued dangerously down to my butt. I grabbed his wrist. Do you want me to stop? Or... He bit his lower lip as he looked me straight in the eye. Shall I go on? Do I really want to be Nate's one night stand? Tough decision. So he can do what he wants with me and then drop me overnight? I'm second guessing myself too much. I think that... Ooh, I love your perfume. Oh my god. He plunged his face into my neck, nibbling on the top of my shoulder sweetly. I think that it'd be better if I stopped thinking. I tilted my head back to give him enough room. I relaxed my neck, closing my eyes. He moved his lips away from my skin and kissed my cheek very lightly before stepping back. Come on, let's go. What? A girl who doesn't answer clearly is a girl who isn't sure of herself yet. Regrets are not my thing. The day you're ready, I'll know. And I'm not the type of guy who messes with indecision. He turned around and went out into the hallway to wait for me. Oh my god. So that happened. Okay, calm down. I caught my breath. I felt like a jerk. I smoothed out my clothes, looking at my flushed face in the mirror before going out. He stole the answer right out of my mouth. I don't even know how to react. I took a deep breath and joined him. We walked in silence until we reached the alley that leads to the bar. Damn it. Why'd you ruin this, Candy? I'm kidding. Kind of. I can hear the laughing and people talking from here. The bar isn't much farther away. Well, the street's packed. There's already a pretty big crowd. Several of them are talking with drinks in their hands. There's music, but it isn't Castiel's band. They haven't started yet. There's already a crowd. True? True? Okay. Are you sure you want to go in? Well, who would have... I thought you'd have been the first to want me to let loose. Me want you to let loose. Yeah, and now Mr. Party Pooper wants to go home. You act like one of those thrilling guys who never stops partying, but in fact you're more of a homebody, aren't you? A homebody? I'm going to keep the thrilling from your previous sentence, and I'm going to take you to get a drink. We'll see if you still have the same impression after a few drinks. Or rather, I will take you to get a drink. Fine, take me. On my way closer to the bar, I stopped dead in my tracks. Amber is the one leaning against the bar entrance. I haven't seen her since the first day of school. Hi, bro. Hey, you here? You're here too. I didn't think Crowstorm was your thing. It's not my thing. A bar with a great atmosphere and nice people, that's my thing. I stood back a little ways, kind of hidden behind Nate, just hiding from her. She most likely hasn't noticed me yet, considering the number of people around the bar entrance. I don't know if I'm going to stay long. There's too big of a crowd here. You can hardly move around inside. You're right. You'd be better off going home. Be reasonable. All of a sudden, a guy built like a football player shoved me and stepped on my foot. Ouch! Jeez! Oh, hi, Erie. I looked up to realize that I was now between Nath and Amber. Sorry, hi. I moved over next to them. You're here for the concert too? For Cass? She looked at both Nath and me. Are you together? Yes. No. Okay, no was the best answer. Absolutely not. We just came to the concert together. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Relationships and the girls my brother dates are none of my business. And frankly, I couldn't care less. Oh, yeah. I didn't know what to say. I felt silly, and I must be as red as a tomato. Amber turned around to say hi to a girl she knew. No, absolutely not. Is that your answer? What were you expecting? An answer slightly more open on the topic. Before I can reply, Amber started talking to Nath again. I started tapping my foot despite myself. What was he imagining? The guy behaves like a jerk and I'm supposed to act like the girl under his spell? He's got a long way to go. Maybe. Maybe he's got a long way to go. Oh, I see some friends motioning to me. Gotta go. You two enjoy your evening. She walked off to join her friends. It's wild. Amber seems so comfortable. I definitely am not dealing with the same person as back in high school. She seems much more self-confident and strangely nice. I still can't believe it. Stop looking at her. You're going to twist your neck. Sorry, but she's so different. Just goes to show it happens to everyone. Yeah, the two of you in particular. Amber doesn't have the same interests anymore. She has a hectic life outside of studying at the university, so she's much too busy to keep up with rumors and play a part in them like she used to back in the day. It's pretty impressive. I couldn't keep from watching her talk and laugh with her friends. Then all of a sudden, I got pushed and shoved from all sides. Screams could be heard in the bar. The concert's starting. I didn't get a chance to think about it. I got carried away by the crowd that wanted to get into the bar. The whole bar was plunged in darkness. In the end, once inside, everyone was right up by the stage, so I had enough room for myself. Is everything okay? Did you hurt yourself on the way in? No, I'm okay. Some creep tried to take advantage of the crowd and cop a feel of your butt. What? How dare he? Don't worry, I grabbed his wrist before he had time to do anything whatsoever. I'm keeping my eye on him. Are you serious? Where is he so I can rearrange his face? Hold on, Tigress, calm down. If I see him again, I'll tell you. I think he understood what I told him. He won't be back to bother you anytime soon. Such a hero. Is Nath serious? Or is he saying that so I'll have a good opinion of him? If that's the case, it's ridiculous. I didn't notice a thing, and I get the impression he was following me like normal when we entered the concert hall. Why would he make it up? The music played by the DJ stopped. The spotlights lit up the stage. Ooh. The curtains are closed. Several people around the room let out screams to cheer them onto the stage to start the concert. Castillo is good. Yeah. Suddenly, a guitar started screeching. Even though the musicians haven't made their entrance yet, we heard the first notes of a song. Fairly soft for rock music. The tune lasted a while without the band members showing up on stage. More and more people in the audience started screaming. The suspense is at its height. The guitar goes on playing alone. Then, nothing. Yeah! The curtains rose. Sorry, it didn't say that at all. The curtains rose. The dazzling light lit up the band, motionless. Then they all started playing together. The bass notes are so loud that the drums resonate in my ribcage. Nothing in common with the previous song. The whole audience is jumping in place to the beat of the electrifying sound. I have to stand on tiptoe to see what's happening on stage. Castiel is turning his back to the audience. He's playing without looking at us. The intensity of the music rises when he plays a frantic solo. Then all of a sudden, all the musicians froze in the same thousandth of a second. Castiel finally turned around. Yeah, well, I was expecting that, so whatevs. Oh, really? Are you just? Apparently Nathan's Crowstorm. There he is. We are Crowstorm. A round of deafening screams rang out through the whole place. Then the music resumed, even louder than before. I must admit, they are incredibly good on stage. Whether you like it or not, they know how to hide in the suspense. I can't help from moving and tapping my foot to the beat. They play one song after another without stopping. So, to make up for my being late, I'm going to get the first drink. That's the least you can do, boy. Don't move. I don't want to go around the whole bar looking for you. Yeah. He walked off. It's not very big. We'll find each other. There are far more girls in the audience than guys. Some of the girls are even wearing t-shirts with the inscription... I don't know if this is Castilove or Castilove. It must be Castilove, right? It's so cringy. Oh my god. I let out a little cynical laugh. I'm not sure Castiel likes this kind of thing. It's typically one of the aspects of his job that must really get on his nerves. I want to get closer. I wove my way through people dancing until I practically reached the edge of the stage. Being so close, I had plenty of time to watch Castiel. I've never seen him like this. Well, I've already heard him play, but never with such stage presence. And he's singing sinfully well. Sinfully, huh? I was one of the few people that knew he sang back in our high school days. It's the kind of thing he kept to himself. My heart ached right away. Look at that. He has totally noticed Candy right there. I would have sworn that his eyes landed on me for just a second. No, I must have dreamt it. I have to stop all this wishful thinking. In fact, he's scanning the crowd with incomparable self-confidence. After all this time, we see each other again here. Finally, I see him again here. You just said that! What the hell? What a waste of AP. He doesn't know I'm just a few feet away from him. I stayed near the front of the stage for a while, watching them, until Castiel announced the last song. I'd better go back to where I was. Nate's going to throw a fit if he sees I didn't wait for him. The last note stayed hanging for a while in the air. Then the band bowed quickly before leaving the stage. It was really intense. Like, really intense. I can't stand this crowd or these teeny boppers screaming his name in my ear any longer. Nath was back with 2 shot glasses of blue liquid. How about we go out for some fresh air afterwards? Sure, if you want to. What did you think? Well, I liked it a lot. It wasn't bad, but it's not the kind of thing I usually listen to. A. Nath laughed before drinking his shot down in one go. That's usually what you do with a shot. I would have been surprised. What? I have the right to like it. That's what's called the stage effect. Okay, Mr. Know-It-All. When a guy ends up in the spotlight, his charisma, his physique, and his attitude are multiplied by 10. Are you taking me for one of his groupies? Well, that's what it looks like. You asked for my opinion. I gave it to you. If you don't like it, who cares? Because I certainly don't. You're funny. Shut up. Nath gave me a smug little grin, but he didn't say another word. After drinking and standing up so much, I needed to go bad. After drinking my one shot. I'll be right back. I'm going to the restroom. Let's meet in front of the bar. I practically ran, zigzagging through the crowd until I got to the endless line for the ladies' room. Ugh, Mello walked by me without seeing me. Mello? Oh, Eri, how's it going? I didn't think you were supposed to come tonight. Did you end up changing your mind? Did you come with your much talked about date? Where is he? B. Let's say that I'm waiting for nothing. Oh no, did he stand you up? That's not really it. Bummer, I would have liked to meet him. I shouldn't have talked about it. Besides, it's dumb. There's nothing going on at all. Sorry about that, Mallow. Do you want to join me for the rest of the... No, that's sweet, but I'm going to go home. Enjoy your evening. Thanks. She's already gone. I'm not sure if she even heard me. I waited at least 20 minutes before I got into the restroom. There's really a lot of people. There. Weird. Once outside, I tried to find a way back into the bar without being shoved by the already drunk crowd. I started making my way through the people when I felt a hand grip my wrist firmly. Stopped on the spot, I turned around immediately. Oh my god. Oh, this bit always gets me. Hi. For a second, I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. Oh my god. It's beating so hard, it's almost painful. Hello? Hello? I didn't know you were back in town. You didn't tell me. I haven't had the chance to, and besides... No need to make up excuses. No, So here you are at one of my concerts, without even warning me. Did you think I wouldn't notice? No, it's not that at all. I recognized you in the crowd during the concert. Really? I didn't think that. We have spotlights shining in our faces, but I'm not blind either. A crowd of fans gathered around us. There are even girls holding out a pen's Castile, begging him to sign their t-shirts. I can't believe it! Castile looked at the girls, who immediately let out screams of ecstasy. Hey, do you want us to go talk someplace a little calmer? Yeah, of course. The best bit is coming up. Castile walked fast enough to break through the crowd. Before going backstage, I looked around. Practically the whole bar was watching us, including Yelene. My eyes landed on Yelene, who looked pretty furious. I have to do this. Because it's just so funny. It's so fun. I waved to her before following Castile. My own little victory. It's totally immature, but it made me laugh. Me too. Castile dragged me into a back room, away from the noise of the bar and in the middle of the band's instruments. Cables were snaking all over the floor and the club employees were busy getting all the equipment off stage. I looked up at Castile, who was watching me, his face expressionless, his arms folded across his chest. I feel like my legs are having trouble holding me up. It's nice to see you again. I didn't tell you ahead of time because I don't know how to go about it. A. So glad to see me that contacting me to tell me you were back in town didn't even cross your mind. I wasn't expecting such a snappy answer. That shut me up, and it took a second before I could catch my breath. You know perfectly well it's not easy. Put yourself in my shoes. We broke off all contact. I wasn't going to get back in touch overnight just to say, hey there, I'm back in town. Castiel didn't answer right away. He just looked at me coldly, the way he's so good at doing. I had almost forgotten what that felt like. You're right, actually. You're the one who left. After all, I guess you didn't come back for me. He said that, giving me a challenging stare. Is that what you want? The long-distance relationship was complicated. You know that as well as I do. A, don't click B, whatever you do. You go away for years, and I have to be available just like that, on the double. Did you think I was going to sit around waiting nice and sweet, or what? He let out a careless laugh. That's not what my question implied. Stop playing with words. Okay, little girl. My heart skipped a beat when I heard him call me that. When we were together, he used to always call me that. Let's say I'll wipe the slate clean on that. You were always awkward with social etiquette. Thank you so much for saying that. How about we start over? We didn't have much room to talk and were leaning against the wall in a corner. I didn't think you were so famous you had to hide in a storage closet to talk. I really liked the concert. A. Yeah, that's kind of the flip side. Plus, this is the town we got started in, so people know us. It's not like this everywhere. Castiel looked away. He doesn't seem very comfortable with the topic. Don't you like the fame? On the road touring, music and girls, that's pretty much the life you wanted. Don't click B, whatever you do. A. I like being able to play just about anywhere, that's all. True, it's a blessing. So now you sing on stage. There was a time when your voice was just for me. Awkward. A time long gone. I lowered my head at that answer. He's right. Harry, geez, get a grip. Lysander wasn't around anymore to sing and write, and I never managed to find someone to replace him, so it was the only solution if I wanted to keep going. It's better than what you used to do in high school. Bummer Lysander's not around anymore. Lysander. Okay, I'm gonna go with A. I hope so. In high school we were beginners. We're starting to understand how things are done. I get why you're so well known around here. Whether people like your music or not, they have to admit you're good on stage. Maybe I should go back to the bar. Nate's going to start thinking that I ran off from the evening. I glanced inconspicuously towards the door. Just say so if you're bored. No, not at all, but I didn't come alone and... I see, are you on a date? Oh, this is the most awkward thing ever. I came with Nathaniel. I had hesitated before answering him, but there was no sense hiding the truth. Oh, look at his face. I was expecting a more aggressive answer on your behalf. You don't mind? Yes, he has changed a lot. I actually don't know what to pick. I really want to pick C just to see what he says, but I have a feeling it's going to be bad. Nah, you know what? I'm just going to pick it because I want to see what he says. If class representatives are your thing, that's your business. He isn't a class representative anymore. He definitely doesn't look as boring as before, I'll grant you that. But once a brown noser, always a brown noser. Playing tough doesn't change a thing. Oh my god. I was not expecting this reaction. He went to glance through the door that was ajar. The crowd's a lot smaller than earlier, and I'd give anything for a cold beer. So I'll let you get back to your evening. See you around. Before I even answered anything whatsoever, he left me standing there and headed out to the bar. Castiel never takes the time to smooth the rough edges. I'd forgotten about that behaviour too. I watched him cross the bar. Everyone turned around as he went by. I can't believe it. He's a real celebrity. We didn't even say goodbye. He just left me there like an idiot. How dare he? I went out afterwards. Hey! Rosalia pounced on me, a glass of white wine in her hand. Look at her. She looks trashed. Well, there you are. Couldn't find you in this crowd. So what did you think of the concert? It wasn't bad. As a matter of fact, I just ran into... Look, Cassie is over there. Come on, let's go say hi. Cassie? Really? Rosa headed towards him. Rosa, wait, you shouldn't. He's bad-tempered. Hey, Cassie, how embarrassing. I slapped my forehead with the palm of my hand. Everyone saw Rosa zigzagging her way closer to Castile. Fortunately, 3/4 of the bar had emptied out since the end of the concert. Castile was already surrounded by several girls who seemed to be congratulating him. One of them was especially pretty and seemed a little older than the others, a tattooed blonde who had her hand on his arm. Oh, get away. Get away from him. So what's the deal? Don't you say hello to old friends anymore? Look at her face. She is so wasted. Apparently there are a few who seem to be enjoying the evening. She must have overdone it a bit at the bar. I just had 2 drinks. In any case, I wanted to say that it was awesome. Really, you rock. I danced a ton. More and more people were watching the scene, laughing. Castile, did you see? Aries here. Oh my god. Rosa, yes, we've already seen each other. I didn't know if I should laugh or stop her before things got out of hand. You know, Castile, I have something to tell you. Castile was leaning on the bar, still surrounded by the group of girls who seemed to be making fun of Rosa. I always said you two were made for each other. I was so happy the day I found out you were together. This is the best. I should have stopped her. No, you really shouldn't have. It's amazing. You should get back together and we could go on double dates and we'd all be happy and we could party. And Ari was so happy when. Come on, Rosa, let's go get some fresh air. Ha ha ha, she's so funny when she's been drinking. Hey, gonna go A. I said that, pulling her by the sleeve to get her closer to me in the exit. Listen to what Ari's saying. Where's Lee, Rosa? Looks like you've had a little too much. Lee. I'm a big girl, huh? I can get by without my boyfriend. Castile shrugged his shoulders. Hold on, I haven't finished. This is not the place to talk about that, Rosa. That's right, it's not the place. Sorry, we'll leave you alone for the rest of the evening. Because you're such a grump. With that, I didn't leave her the choice. I pulled her by her sleeve and dragged her to the exit amidst the laughter from the people around Castile. I couldn't have imagined a more catastrophic reunion. That's not Alexi. Morgan, it's so nice to see you. She's the best. Wow. Yes, it would appear that Rosa hit the bottle a little hard tonight. Have we reached the straight-talking Rosa stage? There's such a stage. We're all afraid of seeing her reach that stage. Yeah, Castile and I have been bearing the consequences. I would have liked to see that. So, we're going clubbing. Look, she can barely stand up. I really like this, Rosa. I don't think that's a good idea, Rosa. Ari's right. It's not a good time to go out partying. I looked at the time. It's already 1 a.m. The concert ended up lasting a pretty long time. We can walk her home if you want to, Alex. Are you sure you don't mind? I'd rather do that than let her tell everyone everything she has on her mind. Otherwise, things are likely to be hard for her next week back on campus. I never saw Rosa in this condition when we were in high school. Don't worry. This just happens when she's tired. You wouldn't know it, but she spends a lot of her time studying for psychology courses. So when she lets off steam, she sometimes goes a little overboard. Okay. Rosa left her... Not okay. Okay. Rosa... Probably not like that either. Anyway, she laid her head on my shoulder. Her eyes were closed now. Let's take her back. That way, we can talk on the way, Alex. Okay, let's go. Oh, he's blushing. It's so cute. Are you sure you don't need my help? My mediocre sense of direction is saved. I have Alex along. It's Alexi, alright? It's a deal. I'm going... With everything that happened, that totally slipped my mind. Nath. He's gonna be so mad. I looked around immediately. No trace of him. If he waited too long, he'd be capable of having left... Or having already left. I see you looking all over the place. Go find your blonde guy. I looked at Rosa slumped over my shoulder. Don't worry, we'll take care of her. He woke Rosa, who seemed a little dazed, and they left the bar after saying goodbye to me. Oh no, there's still a pretty big crowd in the street. A lot of people were sitting on the sidewalk, holding beers. The others are still huddled together in front of the bar entrance like penguins. Pinwings. Most likely to keep warm. Standing in front of the entrance, I couldn't see anything at all, so I took a few steps back. Nate's nowhere in sight. Right, I wait ages for him to show up so we can finally go out, and now he disappears when I'm gone just for a little while. I looked at my phone, but I realized I didn't have any coverage. And it's already so late. Between the concert and all the rest, the time flew by faster than I thought. So I understand he ended up leaving. I watched Alexi and Morgan leave on their own with Rosa. There are no familiar faces in the street. In the end, I didn't even run into Priya or Hyun. They're closing the bar. I glanced inside. Castiel was in the back, busy taking down the equipment on the stage. Well, maybe it's time I went home. As I walked, I recognized the voice coming from the two silhouettes a little further ahead of me. Oh no, but I told you, what the hell are you doing? Take me home. It's the third time this week. I've had it. Next time I walk towards them to hear better. They're turning onto a nearby street. I think I'm gonna... Oh, I let out a little scream. Amber fell into Nate's arms at the last second. She seems unconscious. I should definitely help her. Because that is not a good look. Amber, wait, Nath, I'll help you. I ran up to them without thinking. I grabbed one of Amber's arms and helped Nath sit his sister down on the sidewalk so she was leaning against the wall. He leaned over towards her. Jeez, Amber, wake up now, come on. He wiped her forehead to remove the beads of sweat. What's wrong with her? Do you want me to call... Oh, poor Amber. Damn. Amber, are you okay? Can you hear me? He took her hand gently and laid 2 fingers on her wrist to check her pulse. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm feeling better. No, she's not. She can't even open her eyes. Oh, no, now she is. Oh, this is sad. What's wrong with her? Do you want me to call 911? Do you want a glass of water? Nate turned around to face me, looking surprised, as if he had just realized I was there. I get by just fine on my own. Let me help you, you dickhead. Amber, can you hear me? He put his hand around Amber's waist and raised her arm over his shoulder. I got on the other side, holding onto her in turn. Get out of the way. I'm going to take her home. Let me help you, Nath. Something so stubborn. You surely have something better to do, like during the rest of the evening, so go ahead. I stepped back. Someone is jealous. Was he offended that I dropped him? Come on, I'm going. Phew, we have a few streets to walk, Amber. Hang in there. Wait, I'm going... I told you to get out of the way. We don't need anybody. She needs help. I won't leave without being sure that everything's okay. I let go of Amber. Are you sure it's going to be okay? No, A. Don't you get what I get it. Oh, you're such a dick. But I'm not leaving you the choice. Accept my help and be quiet. Nath. What? Don't scream at her. She's just trying to help. Oh, Amber, you're so precious. Amber, fine. Take her from the other side. Let's go. I did so immediately. Amber's eyes were open and she was starting to come to. But she still seemed too weak to walk. Oh, poor Amber. Look at these two. We walked until we got to a street that I had never seen until now. Here it is. This is her place? Yes, I mean, one of her friends' place, whatever. For now, she's here. I got the impression it wasn't the right time to ask questions about what was happening. Listen, for the rest, I'll handle it. Okay, I sincerely hope it's going to be okay. Feel free to call me if you need to. Okay. I left them in front of the door. Wait, Eri. Thanks. You're welcome. It's not hard to be a little bit nice, is it? I walked off in a hurry to get back to campus. The quad is deserted and the university seems kind of scary, plunged in darkness. I hurried all the way to the dormitory. The night out was bizarre. The images keep running through my mind. Nathan Amber, to think there was a time when that girl inspired me with nothing but loathing. She fainted several times in a very short period of time. She stayed unconscious for a while in Nate's arms. He seemed really worried. And Rosa, I hope the boys managed to walk her home without any trouble. She was really loaded. I laughed remembering the scene. When I think back on the way she talked to Castiel, I got the impression he was looking down on us from atop his ivory tower, unapproachable, impassive, the way he knows exactly how to. I walked through the door and into my room. I got in bed, shuffling my feet. I don't even have the energy to take my makeup off. Nathaniel, Castiel, those two totally drained my energy. I held my comforter tight and took a deep breath. Then I let my breath out, as if to get rid of all those thoughts. Otherwise, I'm going to dwell on it all night, I know myself. Sleep, 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 now. I closed my eyes and I saw Amber again, falling into Nate's arms, unconscious. Sleep, Airy. Woo, okay. So that's the end of episode 4. That is probably the last time I'm going to play it, I think. Hopefully. This is like the 5th time. So anyway, thanks for watching the episode, and I will see you next time in episode 5. Bye!